Okay, so we're going to start with providing a broad overview of the veneration method, how and why it works at a high level. And we're going to do this before we dive deeper into all the details later on. But this video, this piece, is going to just give you a big picture understanding of how and why this thing works. And if you don't watch anything else, this will provide you a lot of really good insight. So at the highest level, here's what's up. You might not know this, but conjugate isn't just for powerlifters. It's the most effective strength training on the planet, allowing you to train multiple qualities at once, stay strong year round, and avoid plateauing. Louis Simmons built this system by combining the best of Bulgarian and Russian methods. This is heavy max effort work, dynamic speed training, and targeted accessory work. Now, on a different note, CrossFit is not just for professional athletes. It's an effective blend of energy systems training that keeps training fun and engaging with variance and unpredictability. Now, you add zone two conditioning to the conjugate and mixed modality energy systems training methods. And this is where the real magic lies. Because as we age, aerobic fitness becomes the missing link. Without it, our recovery slows and our work capacity declines. And even strength gains start to plateau without zone two conditioning. But when zone two is added strategically, it doesn't just improve our endurance, it amplifies our strength by enhancing recovery between sets and sessions. And this allows you to push harder when it counts. So there's three key elements to the veneration method, and we're going to summarize them with this. One is training heavy. Two is going to be training fast. And three is going to be training long. Okay. So let's break down training heavy. This is where we build strength without burnout. So we're going to kind of break training heavy down into a few different subcategories. So number one is going to be our sub max work. Okay. This is heavy, but smart training. This is where we work up to like true 2 to 6 rep maxes. Okay. In addition to this, training heavy is going to look like max effort work. So this is where we do train with maximal loads, like 90 to 100% of your 1 rep max for a single or a very low repetition set, like 1 to 3. And this helps us develop absolute strength by recruiting the highest threshold motor units. And then lastly, what we're going to put in here is our special exercises. Okay. Now, our special exercises are targeted accessories that bulletproof weak joints. And the key takeaway when it comes to training heavy is that you don't need as much heavy training as you might think you do for incredible strength gains. The key is how well structured the training program is to actually yield results. Okay, so let's move on. We're going to go on to training fast. Okay, training fast is where we stay explosive and athletic. So we're going to further break this down into our dynamic effort work. Our dynamic effort work is lifting sub-maximal loads, similar to what we did up here, but actually a little bit lighter, like 50 to 70% of a 1 rep max, but with maximal speed and acceleration to develop explosive strength and rate of force development. So let's talk about rate of force development. This is where power is the differentiator between strong and athletic. Okay. All of this training fast helps us slow aging. So power, type 2 muscle fibers, it fades as we age. And I don't mean just like when we turn 85. I mean, as we're aging, like beyond 30. And speed work combats that to keep you sharp and athletic. So the key takeaway when it comes to training fast is strength without speed is wasted potential and missed opportunity. Moving on to part 3 here, let's talk about training long. Okay. Zone 2 conditioning for recovery and longevity. So what is zone 2? Zone 2 is going to be low intensity work. And we do this low intensity work at about 120 to 150 beats per minute. That's our heart rate. And this looks like biking, sled drags, incline walks, etc. Here's why it matters. We build aerobic capacity, and that helps us improve recovery and increase our work capacity as well. There's a longevity boost here. More mitochondria, better oxygen delivery, reduced inflammation, and a higher VO2 max. This is directly linked to not only increasing the lifespan, like how long you live, but also your health span, like how long you're healthy and independent while you are indeed alive. So the key takeaway here is that we train heavy, we train fast, but if you can't last, you're missing the longevity piece of training. And that's a huge gap in your fitness. And I will tell you that in most all programs, that is a huge missing piece. And if it is there, you're likely missing one of these other two elements. And so let's talk about why the veneration method works. The veneration method offers more flexibility with fewer required training days, making it the most sustainable approach for long-term progress. By integrating all of the major movement patterns alongside speed and conditioning, it creates a complete training system that balances strength, athleticism, and longevity. And this method can also be tailored to specific goals like absolute strength, hypertrophy, endurance, or even a specific sport, whether that is like a traditional sport, football, baseball, track, or like the sport of fitness. We do all of this without compromising results. So, as promised, we will expand further on the methods that influence our program. I'll dive more into conjugate, I'll dive more into CrossFit, and I'll certainly dive more into the aerobic training methods and how they apply in our program to get our clients results. But simply put, the veneration method is a system designed to keep you in the game for the long haul, to get real results for the extent of your life, increasing your health span and your lifespan, period.